Welcome to this week's Tech and Gadget news. Asus introduced the new Zenbook 17-inch Fold OLED laptop. It can be folded in the middle of the screen, and the bottom can be used as an extended screen or a virtual keyboard. It has a resolution of 2560 x 1920 pixels. Vertically, it's 12.5 inch with a width of 1920 x 1280. It also can be used as a giant display with a kickstand and an external keyboard. It has a Intel i7 12th generation CPU with 9 watt and burst at 29 watt. It has 16 gigabyte LPDDR5 RAM, 1 terabyte PCI Express and SSD. It comes with Windows 11 Home, has 2 USB-C with Thunderbolt 4, audio jack and a 75 watt-hour battery, which can be charged through USB-C. The laptop is thicker than a normal laptop when closed, and it weighs 1.5 kilograms. The price is 3,699 euros and will be available at the end of the year. Sony introduced the Xperia 5 Mark IV, which has a 6.1-inch display with 120 Hz refresh rate at a 21:9 aspect ratio. It is also 50% brighter than the previous version, has a 60mm telephoto lens, a ultra-wide angle and a 24mm main lens with real-time autofocus. The battery has been increased to 5000 mAh compared to the previous version, and it also features a wireless charging. The OLED display is a full HD plus resolution, unlike the Mark I, which has a 4K display, and it also has a Snapdragon 8 Generation 1 with 8 GB of RAM and 128 GB of space. Included is a built-in micro SD slot, which you can use with up to 1 terabyte memory cards. Like the bigger brother, it also has a 3.5mm audio jack and has water resistance at IP65 or 68 and comes with Android 12 with a 3-year security updates and 2-year Android updates. Lenovo introduced a portable display that you can wear as easy as glasses. You can connect the display through a USB-C cable to either a computer or a mobile phone. It has a full HD resolution and can be used as a secondary virtual display. It's powered by the USB-C cable and has the option to be used with prescription glasses. It has a contrast of 10,000 to 1 and a refresh rate of 60 Hz. It also reduced blue light and has built-in speakers and will be launched early next year. Apple introduced a bunch of new products at its latest annual keynote for the iPhone, starting with the new Apple Watch 8, which has a new temperature sensor which allows users to track their cycle by recording regularly the temperature. It also features the ECG, heart rate, and a new type of fall detection. They also have the Apple Watch SE, which is slightly cheaper at $249, which is 20% faster than the previous version, and also has the heart rate sensor. However, without the ECG. The third new Apple Watch is a more sporty version called the Apple Ultra, which has built-in cellular, has a second speaker and also 3 microphones to improve the voice communication, and also a bigger battery which lasts up to 36 hours on normal use or 60 hours on special extended use, which will be available per software update later in the year. It also has a bigger display at 49 millimeters, which has an outdoor peak brightness at 2000 nits. It also features a compass, a night mode, and dual frequency GPS, which allows a more accurate positioning when you are in a big city with high, tall buildings. It also has a 86 decibel siren, which can be used in emergency, and also is waterproof until 100 meters depth. The case is also made out of titanium, and the glass is the same glass that you have in high-end watches, and will be available September 23rd at $799. There's also a new version of the AirPods Pro called second generation, which has a H2 chip, improved spatial audio, 2 times better noise cancelling compared to the previous version. It also has extra small ear tips, adaptive transparency, touch control, and a longer battery life, up to 6 hours of listening or 30 hours with the case. The case can also be charged wirelessly with Apple Watch charger or the MagSafe charger of the phone. The case can also be located using the Find Me app, and the case also has a speaker which allows it to make a sound when you are searching for it using the Find My app. Apple also introduced iPhone 14 at 6.1 inch and iPhone 14 Plus at 6.7 inch. It has improved thermal, it has new colors, but still uses the old A15 chip from the previous iPhone, but it has better low light capabilities as well as better stabilization. It also has an eSIM, but the US version has no physical SIM card slot. It also features the new crash detection, so that when you are involved in a car crash, the phone will automatically dial emergency services and send your location to anyone in your emergency contacts. It also has a new feature called Emergency SOS via satellite, which allows you to contact emergency services in remote areas where there are no cell service. So it will use a satellite connection to send pre-defined messages as well as your location to emergency services. And this will be available at start only in the US and Canada, and the first 2 years will be for free. Furthermore, Apple introduced the iPhone Pro and the Pro Max. Also 6.1 inch display and 6.7 inch. The difference between the Pro and the normal iPhone 14 is a better camera. It has a 48 megapixel camera opposed to 12. It also doesn't have a notch anymore, but it has a small cutout for the front camera, which they called dynamic island, which can be also used for notification area or apps which you use in the background. It also has always on display, which can put the refresh rate down to 1 Hertz so that it uses low battery. And it has a new A16 Bionic chip, which is more power efficient, and it's a 4nm build with 2 high performance cores and 4 high efficiency cores. It has also better low light, and a new action stabilization mode for the camera. It also can record at 4K with 120 frames per second in cinematic mode. It has all-day battery and also features the SOS emergency via satellite feature. It will be available on September 16.